The vast ocean holds the greatest secrets of life. A watery world that occupies more than 7% of the planet's surface. A place invisible to the human eye, and where the rhythm of nature is measured by ocean currents that travel thousands of miles. For those chosen to live their lives at the forefront of the waves, the sea is not a tranquil landscape to behold. The quest to find schools of fish weighing hundreds of tons is never for dreamers or those lacking foresight. It's a combination of advanced navigation technology, maritime knowledge passed down through generations, and above all, the keen predatory instincts of seasoned sailors. As the ship sails deep into international waters, where continental winds descend into vast, dark spaces and cold polar currents collide with equatorial currents. Beneath the shimmering blue sea, with its white-capped waves, millions of herring, mackerel, and sardines move in swarms of silver, creating a storm-like movement on the ocean floor. Detecting them in this vast, butterfly-like seabed requires a multidirectional sonar system operating continuously through the night. Painting vibrant colors on the driver's radar screen, the first signals heralding a major battle about to begin. The space on the ship's deck, before the leisurely netcasting period, exuded a tense, silent atmosphere, an invisible pressure weighing heavily on the shoulders of each sailor. Under the cool daylight of the open sea, the entire rudimentary mechanical logistics system was displayed in its most authentic form. Coils of steel wire, as thick as an adult's wrist, coiled around large hydraulic rigs, and large orange and yellow buoyancy devices lay in rows along the ship. And above all, the self-contained girder, a feat of textile engineering that can stretch for miles and reach depths compatible with the power supply, sits there like a sleeping monster. There is no room for embellishment or elaborate details. Everything is crudely designed, hissing, riddled with wounds, brutal injuries, and rusted over time, ready to withstand the terrifying tensile forces that would secure even the strongest steel girders. As the ship's roar echoed a long-awaited recovery, shattering the tranquil expanse of the open sea, the official order to relax was given. It was the moment when the entire onboard biomechanical system began operating at full capacity. The high-speed vessel moved down into the water, pulling one end of the looping groups to begin a perfect circular loop embracing the waters where the fish were converging. The main stern of the fishing vessel swung open, and groups of dark nets plunged into the sea like a waterfall. The clanging of iron chains against the hull, the screeching of the grating hooks, and the roaring of the machinery created a symphony of mechanical power and human will. From a high vantage point, the net spread wide across the sea surface like a bird's wing, descending from the depths of the ocean to form a wall of nylon threads, attempting to seal off all escape routes. Once the enclosed compartments are completely sealed, the most difficult and dangerous stage begins, pulling in the nets and shrinking the fish's living space. The hydraulic rings begin to rotate, retrieving sections of high-strength steel. The learning power has now reached an incredible level. Each thread is taut like a guitar string, seawater rises in small, emerald green waves due to the immense pressure, and the hull of the vessel provides steam to enhance the power beneath the biomass. Hundreds of nets, upon receiving an escape route, began a fierce assault on each other, creating an incredible dynamic to counteract the aircraft's drag. Each net, retrieved onto the deck, represented a triumphant meter for the fishermen. Clad in protective gear, standing firm on the sliding deck despite the deadly tossing and turning of the waves. From the perspective of the sailors directly controlling the cables, we truly felt the rigor of the actual labor. Hands encased in specialized rubber protectors had to constantly adjust and secure the knots and the direction of the net as it passed through the gleaming metal reels. The deck surface began to show signs of cleaning services mixed with the first fish stockings, creating an extremely slippery working environment. No one is allowed to be careless for even a second, because a single torn piece of protective fabric or mesh under the pressure of hundreds of tons could lead to catastrophic consequences, sweeping away all the efforts of an entire team into the depths of the sea. Daylight illuminates the beads of sweat rolling down the suntanned faces, highlighting the actual muddy structure of the surrounding mechanical equipment, a space with no room for brand logos or pretense. Therefore, as the nets were extended to the final meters, the seawater solution inside the ship suddenly boiled as if a fully supplied water source had been created. Hundreds of tons of fish began surfacing, creating a fishing zone that stretched for meters. The subsequent trapping of millions of fish and their impact created a second, deafening, non-particle sound, mingling with the white snow splashing up to the ship's railing. At this moment the bottom part of the group, where all the catch is concentrated, is tightened and prepared to be proudly lifted high by a powerful hydraulic crane. This is the decisive moment when the entire harvest of the days of hunting is about to be revealed to the light of the new day. The large crane moved, the iron chains clanking heavily as it began to pull the bag of fish out of the water. A large, dense, and heavy mass of fish moved like a block of plaster, escaping the sea's bounty. Water from the net below gushed out like a downpour, creating small streaks of rainbows in the scattered sunlight. The weight of the fish bag pulled the crane's head down. This caused the entire hull of the fishing boat to rock violently. The fishermen, standing below in bright orange protective overalls and thick rubber supports, had to use long iron hooks to adjust the heavy load of fish toward the temporary hold on deck task, requiring seamless coordination and extraordinary fortitude in the face of the massive mechanical weight hanging precariously overhead. When the bag was placed in the center, just above the hold, the final drug maker, the bottom net strap was forcefully tensioned, and immediately a spectacular scene unfolded. A natural cascade of fish, zebra-like in number, gulps down onto the deck like a silver blizzard. Fish swarmed everywhere, their fresh bodies wriggling and thrashing their tails against the frosted metal deck. The silvery hues of the fish, the pristine white of the fish rings, and the bright red of the mechanical wounds create a visually striking chaos. The deck is instantly transformed into a vibrant river, where fishermen wade through knee-deep water to begin the sorting and processing process. From the perspective of someone directly in the middle of this silver torrent, the frenzy and time pressure are at their maximum. Fresh fish need to be immediately transferred to the refrigeration system to preserve the meat structure and prevent spoilage. Hands wearing blue rubber bands begin working continuously at breakneck speed. They sort the large, economically valuable fish like mackerel and tilapia to one side in metal trays. The air was thick with the salty taste of the sea, the pungent smell of seafood, and a chill rising from the open hatches of the holding tanks. Every action of taking and retrieving fish required constant mechanical strength from the muscles, resisting the absolute slipperiness of the layer of fish sediment covering the deck surface. The rustic metal processing trays, stained with blood, hollow fish, and dry fish scraps from previous batches. Even when the processing trays are operating at full capacity, the number of nets doesn't decrease. The continuous operation requires the fishermen to divide the work area scientifically. Large butterfish with specially designed bodies are arranged separately for size checks using fixed metal rulers along the deck. Pressing the dark tail or pristine white belly against the clearly marked numbers ensures that all products placed in storage meet international commercial standards. After hours of relentless, restless work when hundreds of tons of fish had finally settled in the deep freeze storage holds and the partially sealed white painted metal tanks to retain heat, the fishing vessel's deck finally revealed its full face after a major battle. It was a messy, almost crumbling scene. The grey metal floor was covered in streaks of splattered red fish blood. Scattered debris and thorny fish were everywhere, and small, uncleaned internal fragments created a strong, pungent fishy smell. At this point, the general cleaning of the deck, the final act of the entire labor process, officially began with the help of specialized high-pressure water jets. The fisherman, his hands still encased in protective green rubber, firmly grasped the thick green plastic nozzle, directing the powerful stream of water straight down onto the deck. Immediately, the force of the water created waves of white foam, sweeping away the special bloodstains and dangerous deposits along the drainage path toward the ship's side. The deck sections, where the water passed, became glistening wet under the cool daylight, revealing the original metal surface surprisingly clean. The washing process was carried out technically, meticulously incorporating every mechanical detail. Finally, the focus of the cleaning company's instructions is on the large processing tray along the side of the ship, where surprisingly, the largest amount of fish blood is collected. Fishermen use high-pressure water hoses to hurl streams of white water into the tray, washing away all the large streaks of red blood, along with the white-handled knives and iron hooks inside. The sewage water flows over the tray's boundary, cascading straight down into the vast blue sea by gravity.
1, 2, 3, go! Yeah. Holy shit! Tie that motherfucker off somewhere down there if you can, and just let him sit there and finish. Somebody pull the door open. Somebody get that door open, please. The Marlin door.
Hold the door open.
Hold it open. Hey, tie it off somewhere into that. Yeah, tie the ladder and let's let him finish right here.
The natural light reflecting off the splashing water and the gleaming metal surfaces creates a relaxing, complete feeling. The deck is now restored to its tranquility and ready for the next voyage. Ready for new catches of hundreds of tons in the vast, endless ocean.
Hey, and that other rope right there has got you bound up right now. Yeah, keep working on flipping it. Okay. Hey, pull the rope. Tucker, look at me. No. Pull the rope around the corner of the boat. That'll give you more slack. Not that one. Yeah, that one. Pull it around the corner.